And we are going to get into the round of 64 matchup. It's a best of one. And here we go. Let's introduce our Shoppa boys. It's going to be a Terrorblade handled by Klotz22. Faceless Void. That's going to be Bardo. Our Witch Doctor is going to be handled by Deeks. Timbersaw is going to be in the mid lane, handled by Zeus with the PMS. And finally, a support Elder Titan. Already got the boots. That's going to be Ned. And here for the meme regime, it's going to be G on the Enchantress. Jaw Ranger handled by Zingle. Kim Jong-il playing the Beastmaster. Tiwani is going to get smoked up here, playing the Death Prophet. And finally, Vlad. He's on his fairly normal Vengeful Spirit. Gonna get a pause right off the bat here. And this is just going to be another pause for the Brazil boys. It would appear that they still have some things to work out. Interesting that the Terrorblade has gone for the Metamorphosis first without really waiting for anything. Beastmaster can just go into the jungle, and he's gone for an Iron Talon sitting at bottom, so I would imagine that he's just going to jungle up. And this Observer Ward will be scouting him out. Alright, so here we go into the match. We've got the meme regime versus Shoppa. And most of them are camped out bottom, seeing if anyone would dare to go and try to get the rune. Ned is going to be on the other side of this. And with the Drow strat, they definitely have a massive amount of damage. G is going to get the smoke broken by Ned, and Ned is going to walk towards it a little bit. But he knows that he definitely does not want to be anywhere near G right now. G is going to be really responsible for placing a lot of early pressure all over the map. He may be taking the hard camp at the beginning away from the Faceless Void. If he can take this hard camp away, that's going to be pretty big for him, since it means that the Faceless Void won't be able to go and farm it anytime soon. So he'll just pick up a creep there and possibly rotate over to mid or bot. Either one works. That could catch him out though. He's rotating over to bottom, but he doesn't go towards the hard camp, and that's another pause. Lots of pauses here from Brazil stack.
The battle resumes.
Elder Titan is walking over here. I don't believe he's been scouted out at all. No vision here from the meme regime. And Enchantress is going to steal the Centaur. Zingle is going to place the Frost Arrows, taking down Bardo, slowing him down quite a bit, and he is going to be able to time walk out. So just a little bit of mana spent, but he's not going to miss any last hits for it. That's completely fine. Stun does hit, and they're doing some good damage on Burlog, who just runs over to the creeps and is able to juke around them. Yeah, taking a quick look here, they're going to get some good damage, and G is ready, trying to harass out Ned from bottom. Ned's taking quite a bit of damage. He's just going to get the Tango and run back over towards the rune. T1E, he's got the Timbersaw chasing him down, doesn't really want to be around this. And he could heal up with the Life Suck, but he's not going to use it right now. Ned will be putting some pressure on the Enchantress, and she really just wants to keep farming. Probably is going to have to harass him out, and he is rather low. He's got a stun available. He's going to use the Stomp, and he does end up hitting G. He takes so much damage from it. That is one of the things that Ned can do against this. He's going to get slowed down here a little bit, and the duration is going to be there. He's healing up a bit more. Is G able to finish him off with the move speed? He tries to juke into the trees. Is the attack range there? Not just yet, but G, he guesses wrong. He goes back towards the lane, and he's going to have to go find the courier. Elder Titan kills himself on the neutral creep just to... Oh, G, hello?
Dad,
Oh my
Radiant's
gosh.
courier just got killed.
Welp. G feeds the courier to the tier 1 tower. Very easy courier for the Dire side. They should probably report him again. That was definitely probably the one of the worst plays that G has made today.
Radiant's bottom
He's
tower
sitting
is
on a
under
double
attack.
damage rune right now. And he did harass out Ned, but now he's got full mana and he didn't even take a death there. And trade that for a courier kill. I think I'd do that any day. Terrorblade and Timbersaw. Terrorblade's having a good lane at top, leading the last hits right now. And Zingle's really back down to 11 against Terrorblade's 22. Timbersaw really putting on a show at top. And he's not having too bad of a time mid as well. This is probably one of the few times that a meme regime are going to get out mechanics. They kind of get this done to them against some of the better teams in NA that they would go against. Something like Infamous or Not Today. And yeah, they're going to be going on to Peter here at the top lane. Stomp is going to be there. Catches him out. The Witch Doctor is available with the cask, and there's going to be no help here. That's going to be a first blood going the way of... yeah, it's going to go the way of the Brazil stack. And they've also got the Metamorphosis to go against GG. It's going to get blocked out by the Satyr a little bit. Stomp is going to be off the mark. The kill is there on the Beastmaster for the first blood. So it's a good one for them. He's going to rotate back over to top, though, and they're going to go on the Claw, slowing him down with the Boar. They've got the harass damage. They're going to go right on to Terrorblade, who's not yet level 6. Kim Jong-il taking a lot of damage from it, but he will not be going down to the Metamorphosis. And Ned not close enough with the Spirit. So at least they're able to get a pretty big return kill onto the carry in the other lane. And now they're going to go on to T1E. The Stomp is available. Yeah, it hits. And the shot comes there to clean up T1E. Taken out at mid. And not really respecting the rotations. The good rotations for the Brazil stack. Now here comes These guys are really wigging me out. I was about to call him Terror Saw. That's clearly not a hero in Dota. Imagine, though, if you put Terrorblade and Timbersaw together. That would be a hero I would probably want to play. Right now, Meme Regime are getting pulled all over the map by the Dire side. And they've really got to get the farm on their heroes. Once they can get to their pushing, things are going to get a lot better for them. Zingle's still having a really good lane at bottom. But he's going to get gone on a little bit here by the Faceless Void. And he's getting stuck a little bit. Some good damage from Void, but he's got a lot of armor. 8 armor right now with the PMS. And Zingle's just going to continue to lose a lot of mana to this. But he does get some good harass. And, well, the Time Walk was used. Down for 9 seconds. They're going to get that minus armor. Zingle pushes him away a little bit. And the silence is going to keep being on him. They get a good kill on the Faceless Void at bottom. So we are 6 minutes in. And even on kills, Zingle, that's a nice kill for him. He's nearly got level 6. There's going to be a stomp at T20 at mid. He uses the illusions a little bit, trying to confuse him, but it's not going to be enough. Trying to heal with the life suck. He's got 2 going out at once, and he's not able to turn it just enough. The go on to Faceless Void cost him T20. He's now had 2 deaths at mid. And Zingle's thinking about going for Bardo a little bit more here. Bardo's just going to Time Walk away. And Zingle sitting at level 6 is going to start really doing the damage to the towers. And Zingle now has the full Aquila, Ring of Aquila completed. At top, Kim Jong-il, he's going to get that cast bouncing around, and the Sunder is going to take him very low for the Metamorphosis. Terrorblade taking him down. And I guess Terrorblade could be going for either a Yasha or a Dragonlance pretty soon. I have a feeling it's going to be the Yasha, though. It's a little bit of a worrying start from the meme regime. Brazil stack, they are working pretty well together. The question is if it's going to continue that way once those strats get started. They do have some pretty good team fight, though, and some really good mechanics and farm at this point. Clarity gets canceled on Zingle. There is a Chronosphere. They're going to use it, and they don't have the stun yet from the Vengeful Spirit. Zingle could try to turn it, but he's not going to be able to get out of there fast enough for the Sounds over at mid now. They think about going with the damage onto Kim Jong-il, and Kim Jong-il is going to follow the Witch Doctor. He's going to get the net. You're going to possibly have a good stun, and Deeks is going to go down the way of G. G is on a killing spree somehow. Very early in this match, he has gotten, I believe, all 3 of his team's kills. And meme regime, they may think about going for the tier 1 tower mid because Exorcism is available. But they're just way too scared of the Timbersaw.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We can take a quick look at the XP and Goldgrass very early in the game, but Brazil already have a very good lead, 1,500 for XP and 3,000 for net worth. Just a very solid start from them. Yasha completed for Terrorblade. And this is their mechanical skill speaking out here. But not all of Dota is mechanics. It's still teamwork and team fighting. And positioning, rotations. You gotta be good on all those. It's gotta be the whole package. And some of these teams here, they are the whole package. Both teams here, though, they've definitely got a whole lot to work on. And Zingle could get caught out. That's gonna be, oh no, a beautiful silence from Zingle, but the Faceless Void could chase him down. Stomp is available. Are they going to dive it at all? It forces out a couple of TPs. And Zingle's going to go forward up against Bordeaux. Has the stun from Vengeful Spirit. They're going to be able to get the sounds as well, but they don't even need it. Actually, it hits on the Deeks, but the coconut is going around. Enchantress ready. Do they get the stun? They don't even need it. Enchantress finds the kill. Double kill for him. And, well, it's 5 kills on the meme regime, and it's 5 kills for G. And with the Exorcism, T1 finds, well, gets the top tower denied by Terrorblade. Terrorblade denies some gold going the way of meme regime, but when it's the time where you start being scared of G, he's got a Dragonlance, and he's been getting most of the kills for the meme regime. That would be a big streak going the Brazil stack's way if they can get the kill. If Chronosphere goes out on the 4, there's going to be the Earth Splitter there. Brings them all into the line. Vengeful Spirit is very low. Do they take down G? That would be a big streak kill going their way. One hit is going to be it, and they will find it. Word now goes out onto the other Titan. And do they chase down Bardo? Bardo's got the Time Walk available, but the Silence is going to just miss him. He's able to Time Walk through it. And a couple kills go down at bottom. Frost arrows are there. Coconut bouncing around. Oh yeah. But you still gotta be careful of this Terrorblade. He's at top taking down the tier 2 tower. And T1 is ready, but he doesn't seem that ready. Still only sitting on a Veil of Discord. Brazil stack all congregating around the bottom lane. Most of, yeah, they really want to make life difficult for Zingle. Zingle is going to get sight of them once again, and Sonk is slightly off the mark. This the creeps and keeps him there. But here comes Timbersaw. He's got a double damage rune. Zingle's going to get split down by this. Gonna get the, yeah, he's going to get hit by everything here. Tries to avoid the split earth, but the earth splitter. Very similar names, very different spells. And Zingle's down for 30. Are they able to defend this tower at all? And Terrorblade is just... guess that is going to be a Dragonlance finally from him. Cloud looking for it. Trying to go for a swap, but he's very far out of range at this point. We may be seeing more of a 4-core right now from the meme regime. G is gone 5-1. And he's going to be working towards an Aghanim Scepter. Chronosphere up in 8. Gonna be chasing down the meme regime. He's got it in a couple seconds. Kim Jong-il could get caught up. He's got a yellow available, but if he gets caught up in the Chronosphere, it's gonna be very bad news for the meme regime. They really need him for this fight. And here comes the Timbersaw on the 2 supporters, really trying to blow up G. And the stun is there. Kim Jong-il is trying to get back. There's gonna be the coconut bouncing around a little bit. Exorcism coming in from T1E and from the side. The Brazil stack are very far in here, and T1 is going to try to chase him down. Gets the silence on the 3. The swap is back. Deke's getting caught out, and he's going to be underneath a lot of heroes. Tier 1 tower goes the way of the Dire, but the Witch Doctor goes the way of the Radiant. And I believe they're just going to back up here. Exorcism has been forced out. They may be able to get over to... Well, actually, it's not got a whole lot of duration left. They're sitting inside of the trees, waiting for the initiation. Chakram about to get sent out. They could catch out Vlad. Vlad goes over the trees. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. And now they go here. There's the Chronosphere in onto only T1E. They get the Earth Splitter there, and they will hit on the Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il, they cannot take down the Terra Blade. They've got to worry about him a lot. He's got so much range with the Dragon Lance. Zingle trying to get away. And Enchantress will heal him up. No, you can't TP there, Zingle. That's 4 down. Brazil stack just chasing down the meme regime. And it's looking like they may be down in the same spot as last time. G trying to get away from this. Courier goes very close to him. But G is going to get out. And no kills go the way of meme regime. Losing 4. Not really thinking about where the Brazil stack might be standing. And now, the squad with Terrorblade on its side is going to go for Roche. Roshan getting very low. They're going to send in the boar for the scouting. And the meme regime, they don't have an exorcism. Not scared of this at all. They still have the roar and the swap, but they can't really do too much here. They're way too disorganized. So they let the Roche go the side of the Dire. They will have the Aegis. They're getting very close here. The initiation could come out at any time. And Ned gets taken out by G. Deeks could also be in trouble. Gets slowed down by the boars. Has a cask available. Swap back also under Timbersaw. They're going to get the L onto him. And they're going to try to go for the triple in the river. Can Timbersaw get out? He's going to get silenced by Zingle. And is not able to get out of that one. So meme regime, they have taken the Aegis away from Timbersaw. It's Terrorblade and Void not really wanting to fight in that at all. That's the mid tower going the way of meme regime. So at least they take another tower off the map. But the XP and gold lead, well, it's actually not too far in favor of Shoppa. But it is still there. About 3,000 for XP and 5,000 for gold. Bardo could get caught out here. Does he have vision? There, silence just as the Zingle gets in range. And do they have the stun? No, they actually have no stuns because Vlad is nowhere near. He's gone top. Unfortunately, not able to get the stun onto Faceless Void to stop that TP. And Vlad is left all alone to try to defend this top tower against the nasty, nasty Terrorblade. I don't even think that the meme regime wants to fight it though, because they're trying to take down another tower, trying to go for some kind of trade. They'll TP back. Jar Ranger finds the tower, and G, he's gonna see his tower go away, but the Sunder already used. It's gonna be the stomp onto 3 heroes. Burlock nearly taken out. G is going to walk forward. The brave Enchantress trying to find the kill. Jar Ranger did taken out bottom. Wasn't quite able to get away from the lane. You can see that Zingle, he stayed around the tower during all that to try to, I don't know, take us some creeps or something, wanted farm. So it turns out to be a carry for a carry. And I would assume a fairly even trade. But all the tier 1 towers are taken, and it's only a 1 tower deficit for meme regime, yeah. T1's working towards the Yule Scepter, makes him a little bit survivable. Gaze him up in the air while all those spooky ghosts are going on. We could see a smoke here, but are they underneath the Dire Observer? It sees them all here in the mid lane, and with them being grouped up, I feel like the Brazil stack will probably know that a smoke is coming. Bardo and Deeks, they're ready to go on to Zingle, and Zingle's going to silence only one of them. Faceless Void doesn't have a Chronosphere for 55 seconds, and there's going to be a rotation. Frost Arrows are there. They're going to have a yell available. He yells out, and Faceless Void, he's got the Time Walk available. Is he going to be able to use it? He goes into the trees. They're not going to be able to. Yeah, they do. They have the. Don't have the damage. Don't have it at all. Very close, but Faceless Void is proving a bit too elusive and tanky for them. And Meme Machine not able to have the personnel that they need in order to get the kill. So again. A reminder that the winner of this match goes into the round of 32, and today that is where the tournament is stopping. We are going to stop before we play those matches. Those people will get on to day 2, which is really the goal for most of the teams. I don't really know why Faceit decided to make it so that the qualifiers would stop at the round of 16 on day 1. They did that for the first couple of iterations of it. And actually, that's the way the tournament is supposed to be set up. It makes it so that day 2 is a lot shorter. I guess some of the games are closer, so it makes a little bit more sense to have those games on day 2 that are longer. It just kind of spreads out the time a little bit more, makes the teams less tired. But because of the delays for the Americas, they've made it so that the round of 32 is where we're stopping for the day. Kim Jong-il is going to get scouted out. And Brazil stack have basically all but taken over the Radiant jungle. Zingle sitting on a Force Staff. Well, that's going to be the finishing up a Hurricane Pike for him. Some good mobility around the fight then. And Enchantress is getting 1,000 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. Beastmaster's got a Necro too, working on the finishing of the item. He's being a bit aggressive here. Does not have vision. Not yet, but the boar is going to come into range, and, well, Kim Jong-il is being pretty aggressive. He knows that most of the tire are around the bottom lane, and he could be a bit too far up here. He's going to get hit by the cast. There's the Death Ward, and the Stomp is going to be there. Earth Splitter also on the mark, put a nice swap away. He's going to not get a roar onto the Timbersaw, and a beautiful Chronosphere. He's got it onto all 5! Bardo coming in, and he's going to get a beautiful Chronosphere. Here comes the Exorcism, though. And Deeks, he's probably going to try to back up with his team. Beautiful stomp once again. T1E is getting bursted down. Yule Scepter into the sky. Ned's going to get a lot of damage put onto him. Terrorblade is going in for the tier 3 tower, and an immediately reaction by T1E. But he's getting so much damage done to him, he cannot stand against the Terrorblade. Now Terrorblade, he's got a Sunder available. Could try to use it onto Zingle, but he's going to get it onto G. He's got the range, and now he's going to try to TP away. And they do not once again get the damage. But pretty minimal damage on the tier 3. But man, that was such a good Chronosphere from Bardo. He just puts it down, catches all 5 in it, and really sets the turnaround for Brazil stack.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Vlad's doing a little bit of wording here. Haven't really talked about the Timbersaw that much. We've kind of talked about him in passing with the Terrorblade, but he's currently sitting at a 14 charged Bloodstone and Boots of Travel. Timbersaw could get caught out. There's a swap available from Vlad, and he's not in range, fortunately. Zingle really needs to get his farm on. He's right now got only a Hurricane Pike, and there's going to be a Stomp. Okay, interrupted by Vlad. He's also got a swap available, puts him back, and that is going to waste the swap there, so that, yeah, silence misses from Jaro, and they really do not want to fight there.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Brazil stack looking pretty dangerous right now. And Zango could get gone on. Yep, the chakra missing. Zed Ned is going to get silenced here, so there's going to be no sound from him. Use the jumps to try to get away, and he is almost down. One more hit. Yeah, it's going to be there from Zingle, but he's not able to actually finish it off. There's the Earth Splitter coming through, trying to dodge it. They will. And now here comes the Death Ward. It is actually put inside of the Chronosphere. Yell goes out onto the Wish Doctor. It will take the kill. Kim Jong-il, he yells at someone, finds it, and yep, Terrorblade is going to find the kill on the Vengeful Spirit, but he will be going down himself there. And can Meme Regime find any more kills off the back of this? Trying to chase down Brazil Stack, but there is just so much range and move speed from the Timbersaw and Elder Titan. It's very difficult for the Meme Regime to actually catch them out. Fight recap tells us the story there. 3,000 gold change going the way of Meme Regime. And yeah, they just managed to endure through that fight. It was a bit unfortunate that the Chronosphere was slightly off the mark so that the Death Ward actually wasn't doing any damage inside of it. And they are also taking down the Timbersaw. Makes the fight go pretty far in advantage of the Meme Regime. And there's still an Exorcism here for Death Prophet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tiawani has now finished up a Ghost Scepter. Could help him quite a bit against the Timbersaw, who's doing some ridiculous damage. Yeah, Timbersaw currently has a Mantis-style Ultimate Orb. That's going to be a Yule Scepter, sorry, Scotty fairly soon from it. Really feeling the lateness today. 2:16 on the East Coast for me, by the way. Vengeful Spirit throws out the wave. Waves at the creeps. Just hello. Hello, creeps. On the Roche respawn. He's actually going to respawn right now just as I start talking about it. So we'll see if there's a Roche fight pretty soon. Peter isn't scouting it out with the creeps at all. We'll see if he's up on his game, but well, he's actually scouted out with the bird. So Meme Regime know all about this. They've put the bird over the Roche, and they are up on their timings. Smoke up here from the Meme Regime, seeing if they can catch out the Brazil Stack at all. Terrorblade is inside the pit. This is really gonna haunt me throughout the rest of the game. Terrorblade is the one inside the pit. He's just very slowly doing the Roshan. They still have vision of him. They know that he's not really doing that much. Silence actually misses. They're going to be swap in. Trying to go onto the Terrorblade. There's going to be a double Chronosphere in by the face of Blade. He's still taking a lot of damage from the Exorcism. And Zingle, he's actually Hurricane piked himself onto the high ground. And he can keep doing the damage from them there. Beautiful positioning from him. But the Timbersaw goes right over and is going to finish him off. Now, Exorcism finishes off the Witch Doctor. And it's a TP away. G now getting gone on by most of the Dire squad. I guess he decides that he has to save G, and T1 is going to come in from the backside, but he is way too late. And now he's there without a TP. He could be a big kill, and well, he may find the Courier. Courier is going to scout him out. He doesn't decide to go for it. Keeps running towards the north, where there is a regen rune that's going to expire, probably before he gets it. It turns into a double damage right before his very eyes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That does allow the Dire to go back in the Roche pit to finish it off.
Not much good is happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
So they're going to have the Aegis on their side. Possibly could put it on the Timbersaw, could put it on the Terrorblade. Got the names right this time. And Terrorblade is going to be the one to pick it up. Lots of cancel TPs here. Not really sure what the story about those is. $27 in the game. We can take a look at the XP and gold. 10,000 for XP in favor of Brazil, and same for the net worth. But we're gonna keep going with this match. G's finished off an Aghanim Scepter, and in terms of the other items on the map, well, Zingle's still got to get some items. He's really not doing that much damage. He's got it complete on Terrorblade, and there is now a Diffusal Blade for the Faceless Void.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Timbersaw is going to finish off the tier 2 tower at bottom, so that is
Bottom tower
most of the towers going to Brazil. Only one remaining in the mid lane for him. And we are ready to get going here. Push in by the Terrorblade. He's still got the Aegis, and he's hitting very quickly with the Hyperstone. Where's the Curry bringing in? It's another Hyperstone. What you get with one, you get another. That's going to be a Moon Shard for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see if the Meme Regime are ready to fight this time. They have a buyback on the Beastmaster and Death Prophet. No one else for now. And Peter could get caught out. He's trying to TP away. There's not... Oh, he does have a Yule Scepter. And now... Oh, so much damage for Peter. Poor Peter. He's got Timber Chains all over the place. And the Chakram does manage to finish him off. Over at mid, the towers got taken away. There's a nice stomp and Earth Splitter doing so much damage. And the Coconut bouncing around. There's the Death Ward. G is definitely going to be dead here. He is trying to heal up, but has he taken enough damage? I guess not. And Terrorblade's taken 2 kills. They're forced to buy back on Death Prophets. For some reason, Peter doesn't have a buyback anymore.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Well, without the gold for the buyback, he is going to be watching the Dire side completely destroy the base. They've taken down 1 Rax. They're going to take both of them in the mid lane. And they can possibly rotate around. I don't think that Brazil stack wants to move away too much. I'm feeling very strong at the moment. I guess they're just going to push it out the creeps in another lane and go for another set of racks. So after a bit of a misplay by buying the Blink Dagger for the Peter Beastmaster, I mean, they probably wouldn't have been able to do that much in the defense either, but having the buyback might have taken Brazil out of the base. In any case, the game continues. Meme Regime are grouping up here. Zingle still trying to get towards, well, an Aghanim Scepter. Well, if he gets an Ags, could be some good damage. Vengeful Spirit is ready. Could find the Terrorblade. He uses the Manta Style to dodge the stun from Vlad, and they are just going to leave him alone. Sorry, Vlad. Gonna go down. There's a stomp. It hits on the G. Zingle's also there, and there's a roar available from Kim Jong-il. A nice reflection from Terrorblade onto a couple members, slowing him down, forcing him to get away. And now G and Zingle trying to run away from this. T1 is in the middle of everything. Does end up taking down the Aegis off of Terrorblade, but he is going to respawn. And she is down with that buyback. Used it in the last fight. That may be it for Meme Regime. Their run could come in to an end here. Again in the round of 64. Not able to beat the Brazilians, but the game is still afoot. Timbersaw just sits there for a little bit. G, so much damage from the Terrorblade. Immediately taken out, and now Zingle, he's in a bit of trouble here. Barely even tickling the entire Dire squad. Nice swap back, saves him a little bit, but that is going to be basically it for the Meme Regime. Zingle trying to stay alive inside the base, but there is only so much he can do. Yep, Stomp is going to hit him. Terrorblade's going for the tier 4s. He takes 1 down, going for the other. And I believe that is it for the Meme Regime. They are... I'm not going to say it just yet. We gotta prolong this. I did a nice little epitaph for them after they lost in America's #1. I don't think I'm going to do it this time. It's a little bit late. So that's probably going to do it for our coverage of the Americas qualifier for day #1. Brazil stack, they take down the base. They take the Meme Regime out of the round of 4, and they will move on to the round of 32. So that's going to do it for them. That's going to do it for me. Pretty good match from the Brazil stack. Very close game, and this time Zingle not able to do well enough on the Draw Ranger for the strat to work. So that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate all the support. Be sure to leave any tips if you have any for the casting. We always want to get better here, both me and Kip on the ops. So just we really appreciate everything from you guys, all the support, and we will be back tomorrow with some more America's action. I'm Pythian, wishing you a good night. Cheers.